Hey everybody, Austin here, and
Jamie.
the one and only. We are here in Fernandina Beach, Florida, with our 2022 end of year update. And every single year, almost, we come at you in December to say thank you and to also kind of review that year and preview the next year. So we're going to talk a little bit about 2022, what God's done. And this is really a celebration of Him and His work. And then we're going to talk about what He's asked us to do in 2023 and how you are playing a part in all of that. So here we go. We are first of all going to talk about review 2022. I just have to go back and forth on that because I get previews and reviews mixed up. But anyway, 2022, we were able to serve 100 churches, almost 100 churches, somewhere in that vicinity. And that came through our local hubs around the United States. That came through Worship Leader Essentials. That came through the work we did in Ivory Coast in West Africa. That came through the work we did in Honduras. And so, man, we're so excited that God lets us to have a big impact and a big part in His work that He's calling us to do and to make a difference all over the place. And so we want that to continue. And so we're excited that God gave us that much help. And that means that you were a part of every single one of those churches and even more leaders that we were able to invest in during that time.
Yeah. The other great thing this year that's happened is we have been able to start 3 new hubs, all here in Florida. So that has been in Jacksonville, Orlando, and West Palm Beach. So we're excited about those. We are building networks of worship leaders in those cities to hopefully resource and address needs that they have. Most of them, 15% of churches have full-time worship leaders. Everyone else is, part-time, bivocational. And so those guys really feel alone. So when we have guys on the ground in these different cities, they're able to connect with them, address their needs and concerns. And that's what we've been doing. So most recently, we had a workshop here in Jacksonville that addressed technical needs and sound and audio visual needs within some of their spaces. And hopefully some of those workshop people and attendees will turn into one-on-one help too. So that's kind of our goal and the way we function in the city. So we're excited about that. We also have 3 new regions that are starting with the new year. So I guess we'll jump ahead to our preview for 2023. And those 3 cities are, help me with this if I forget. Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
And Southern Wisconsin.
Yep.
So it doesn't really fit in with the Florida theme, but we're excited about Wisconsin. So
the heat, hot and the cold.
Yeah.
We got it all.
We got it all. So yeah, those guys are going to be trained here the next month. We're looking forward to that. And, just more people on the ground in these different areas that can help their people. We can't be everywhere. So
Love that.
We're excited about that.
We've also got our international focus for 2023 is going to be on Guatemala, which we really see as a jumping off point for a lot of Central America. I know that we were already in Honduras and this is Guatemala, and we've got a network of churches that we're starting to work with there that we feel like can make that could be a good starting point for us for all over Central America. Also, we'll be in Philippines and several different places over a couple of weeks in Philippines, doing a lot of training for pastors and worship leaders. And then back to Ivory Coast for the 3rd time. And here's the cool part. And this is where we're headed with all of these countries. And that is that I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of teaching, although I'll probably teach a seminary class. But as far as the church to church and worship leader to worship leader and pastor to pastor training we'll do, that will all take place through worship leaders who we've been investing in already for the last 6 months or so. And we'll continue to do that so that we'll just get to support them. And that's the goal, is that indigenous leaders in all these places can rise up, we can invest in them, and they can invest in a way broader group of people. So that's kind of our international focus for 2023 as a preview.
Cool. And then at end of February, 1st of March, we are going to be able to have our first ever Florida Connector gathering. So all these guys that I was talking about will actually come to Amelia Island and get together for accountability and motivation and just kind of look back over here's our resources, this is how we can help these guys that are on the ground that need help. And so it's just a great time. We haven't been able to do this for 3.5 years. It's been since we were in Vegas. So it'll be a little different being here in Florida, but we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. All right, 2 other quick things. First of all, in January 2023, we're going to release our next book, and it's called My Devoted Response. It's a devotional book all about worship. So every session has a verse that has to do with worship and an explanation and a story. And it's really built for churches to go through it together as kind of a season of worship. understanding and all. It's for the people in the crowd. It's not just for church leaders and stuff like that. So it's for everybody. So maybe you could pick one up yourself or pick a bunch of them up and give them out as gifts. But that'll be in January. We'll talk way more about it later, but we're super excited about that. And then lastly, in 2023, our daughter, Finley Ryan, will be going off to college.
It's very sad.
And this is a very sad look
about
on Cammie's face. So, and mine too, though I'm smiling right now because I'm excited and also sad. You guys that have been through that, you know exactly where we are on that. So anyway, we just want to say thank you. First of all, for your giving money. Mm-hmm. Every time God expands, you can tell like all this stuff we're talking about is not like, we're not backing up. It seems like God just keeps adding more things to the vision and to the goals that he's giving us. And those are all require money, every single one of them. And so for those of you that give, thank you for giving. Like continue to give. Like we more than ever before, right now, we continue to need your gifts. And if you want to expand the amount that is, and God leads you to do that, and you have the capacity for that, that would be awesome. For those of you that are not a part of giving to Worship Catalyst and you want to be a part of that, you're going to be a part of what God's doing. You can give the year end, or you can give, ongoing starting next year or whatever it might be. And I promise you that every penny that you give to God's work through Worship Catalyst, we take seriously. And we are, we understand that every penny is from God through you. So we treat it like that. So anyway, thank you all. And we want you to have an amazing Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we look forward to seeing you in 2023. God bless you.
See ya.